Hi, everyone coming to this Monday's meditation. Happy you're here. For whether you're in person or part of the people that will watch the recording later. If you come across this recording for the first time, my name is Steph Scoopin, and I work with people who want to be really clear in their lives and not get drawn as much into the individual stories of suffering and the collective stories of suffering, but instead want to have a sense of inner freedom and equanimity and in their own lives. And this meditation is part of a 12-week series on basic mindfulness meditation. And today we will practice holding the world in loving awareness. And for the normal human mind, holding the creation or large parts of the creation in loving awareness presents some difficulties because we are used to separating what we see into good and bad. There is an interpretation of the biblical fall from grace by Don Miguel Ruiz. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of the Four Agreements. It's a very good, very simple, very profound book. So his Don Miguel Ruiz interpretation of the biblical fall from grace is making a lot of sense to me. And he describes, the Garden of Eden. It's that paradisiacal place where everything is taken care of and everything is thriving according to its nature. And Adam and Eve are one species amongst many species who thrive in that garden. And God warns them or tells them, maybe he doesn't even warn them, just tells them that they may stay in this garden for as long as they live and all their descendants live. But they must not eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge. So notice that the translation isn't that they mustn't eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge or the fruit from the tree of good and evil. They mustn't eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So this is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And often the common interpretation is that, God's withholding some crucial information from this human couple. And so for some people, that means they had every right to be curious. And so it was we're always meant to be thrown out of paradise. And for others, it's proves that curiosity kills the cat. And so some things are better left alone. And so when they ate from that tree, Adam and Eve gained the knowledge of good and evil. So what they gained, in other words, what they gained is the ability to judge some things as good and others as bad. They gained the ability to judge some things as good and other things as bad. And this ability to judge good and bad made it impossible for them to continue living in harmony with creation, with this creation. Why is that? Because our judgments are born of a limited interpretation of what is happening. Right? Our judgments are born out of limited interpretation of what is happening. We judge good and bad according to how it is for ourselves or according to how it is for our species, maybe even for our planet. But we are never able to oversee the whole extent of the repercussions of any situation. Yet we pass this judgment. And then we also try to hold others to our limited point of view, calling it truth or ethics or moral. believing in those various judgments of our busy minds, we still eat that fruit of the knowledge of good and evil every day. In itself, that action isn't really good or bad. And, obviously, often it is a bit of both, right? So some good to it and some bad to it. Or it just is. This is what we do. These are the repercussions. This is the outcome. And of course, in our everyday lives, judgments can absolutely be helpful to help us make decisions, to move forward, to stay out of harm's way. The judgment to eat healthy food that's good for our bodies, to look after our kids so they don't throw themselves in front of passing cars, and the judgment to earn money so that we can have whatever luxury we want to have. But many of our judgments will go way overboard, assuming a knowledge about the world that we have no way of being absolutely sure about. We have no proof of other than what we think about it or what others think about it. So the proof that our judgment is correct is somebody else's judgment or another judgment, another thought. And then on top of that, the human mind has developed this bias towards rather believing the negative side or remembering the negative side of any interpretation rather than the positive. I'm sure you've seen that. You've noticed this at times in yourself. Maybe you've probably seen it in others. When we look at social media, that's often a beautiful showcase, or the media. Not always, but often enough. And that this bias, this negativity bias, can disturb our ability to connect with others from a heart level, because we habitually guard our heart against harm, and because we are more likely to believe our fears, we're guarding more often than not. And this negativity bias also operates internally. It's making us more likely to believe in negative self-talk than in positive self-talk, as in, shouldn't have done this, I was never good at this, just not good enough. Happens all the time. So waking up to who you are means getting to know these various tendencies of the mind. And it's not really about changing yourself towards something better, but it's about getting to know who you are, getting to know who you are. So it's a training in observation. And it's also a training in inviting those parts in that we have tried to cast back out because they were bad. But without these parts, we are not whole. So in today's meditation, we'll practice responding with loving awareness and understanding to everything that might arise in your mind. So there might be some emotions and situations. There might be thoughts. And some things might come up that have cast out or have judged badly. And so this is an opportunity to invite those parts back into your space with love and with grace, and maybe just with understanding, or maybe just with forgiveness. And for some of the things that might come up, this might be a little bit more difficult. So if there is some emotions or thoughts or memories that you found difficult to respect or to even allow any space in your reality, maybe just see if you can find one small little good thing about them, or just maybe something neutral. Because remember that we are in dual reality and a reality of opposites, and often the opposites in our lives complement each other. So this being awake doesn't mean wearing rose-colored glasses and thinking everything's positive, but it is a practice in allowing the world in wholly with the pain and the suffering and the bleakness, because they are the opposites to the joy and the love and the beauty. And if we try to throw one out, we restrict our ability to see the other as well. And for better or worse, the judgments are best left to an omniscient God. Because for better or worse, this is the world we have. This is the world we have, and you are this world's mirror. So just like the world, all of these facets are a part of you. And so today what we'll practice is to bring all of the pieces in, or welcome all of the pieces with loving awareness. So let's get ready to meditate. The invitation is to sit comfortably and easily. To, if that feels safe for you, to close your eyes and just bring your awareness to the breath. Noticing your rhythm of breath right now. Whatever that is. It might be fast or slow. It might even be labored because you're struggling with hay fever right now. This is normal for you right now. Just notice. Becoming aware of the sensations of breath, the sensation of the air flowing past the nostrils, cooling air in the throat, and the expansion of the chest. Notice if the air coming out of the nostril is different quality than when you're breathing in. With the next inhalation, following the sensation down into the body, all the way till the feet, and becoming aware of the feet. Noticing how they're touching the earth, each other, maybe wearing shoes or socks. Maybe just noticing the air. Becoming aware of the internal body of feet. Becoming aware of the ankles, the lower legs, the knees, becoming aware of the thighs, hips, buttocks, and the area of the genitals. Becoming aware of the lower abdomen. Noticing any tension, discomfort. And just allowing it to be there. Become aware of the region of stomach and liver right underneath the rib cage. Becoming aware of the chest, the shoulders, arms, hands. Becoming aware of the length of the spine. And once again, just checking gently for any tension, discomfort. Maybe allowing the spine to gently just adjust if it needs to. Becoming aware of the throat, face, the top and the back of the head. Becoming aware of the whole body. The whole body. Embodying your awareness. Your consciousness. Notice if from time to time there is a wave of awareness that arises, a wave of experience that arises in your awareness. It could be thoughts of past and future, emotions, or sensations of the body. And in loving awareness, acknowledge them, hold them, in your awareness, in your observation, and just allow them to pass. You might greet them with an internal nod or bow. Meet whatever comes up with loving awareness, with respect, with kindness. And then allow it to move past and come back to being aware of the breath and the body. And after a while, you might notice another wave of experience coming in, taking over the awareness or threatening to sweep it away. And once again, greeted with respect, with a bow, with kindness. Human thoughts, human feelings, memories. And then let them travel on and out of your awareness, bringing your attention gently back to breath. This moment right now. And sometimes there might be thoughts or memories or feelings arising that you might find it hard to bow to or respect. And see if you can be just neutral to them. If it's past, it's past. It's just a thought that comes through. An experience that is. Just for this moment, to leave it be. Allow it to travel on and gently bringing the awareness back to breath. This moment right now. Again, if from time to time a wave of experience arises, invitation is to greet it with respect, with a bow, hold it in loving awareness, and allow it to move on when it is ready, in its own time, its own speed. If there is a wave of experience, of memory, thought, emotion, or sensation that you find hard to greet with loving awareness, see if you can be neutral to it and just watch it. Or maybe find one good thing about that this should arise in your awareness right now. Maybe it's trying to remind, to keep you safe. Bow to it as it is part of this world, part of your internal environment right now. And just notice those internal waves of thought and emotion and sensation that come through, taking the awareness away from this moment. And just allow them to pass through, greeting them with a bow, holding them in your awareness with kindness, and allowing them to move on in their own time. Once again, becoming aware of the breath, becoming aware of the body sensations, the feet, the legs, the knees, thighs, and hips. Becoming aware of the abdomen, chest, shoulders, arms and hands. Becoming aware of the spine, the face, and the head. Becoming aware of the whole body. Whole body. Becoming aware of the environment, chair or floor you're sitting on. And slowly and gently in your own time, you can open the eyes again or keep them closed for a little while longer. It's absolutely up to you. As always, the invitation is to practice this meditation this week. Maybe just 5-10 minutes every day. or if you have time to listen to the whole meditation again. Just remembering that if we keep that space of mindfulness dedicated in every day, we become more familiar, more habituated to it. And it's easier and easier to come back to it and to be present more and more. And as usual, have a lovely rest of your day. And I hope to see you next week.